brother in Islam, Imam Abdurrahman Olajide Oyediran. With me in the studio this afternoon is my lovely brother in Islam, in person of Imam Lukman Olaitan Abubakar Ataragba, all the way from Lagos and Ilorin, Kwara State. Imam, say assalamu alaikum to our listeners.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
And this afternoon is going to be spectacular because we are going to do code mixing of English language and Yoruba language for enjoyment of the program to our listeners this afternoon. Ẹ dákun ẹ kọ́kọ́ bá ń ka àyà tí a máa fi ṣíde ètò yìí hùn.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن أول بيت وضع للناس للذي ببكة مباركا وهدى للعالمين فيه آيات بينات مقام إبراهيم ومن دخله كان آمنا ولله على الناس حج البيت من استطاع إليه سبيلا ومن كفر فإن الله غني عن العالمين.
Mashallah, mashallah. You know, there is that ayah has always been an inspiration to me with regards to my love and my relationship, my inclination to that sacred mosque in Mecca.
Inshallah.
You know, it's a kind of miracle that has never happened before until that the foundation of that house was found by Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, and when Allah instructed him to go and build upon the foundation, he did his bit with his son Ismail. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be pleased with all of them. Today, inshallah, we are going to continue with the common mistakes,
inshallah,
made by pilgrims in Mecca. And also, we are going to bring to the knowledge of the intending pilgrims those things that are prohibited, items that are prohibited in Saudi Arabia. That when you take them along as pilgrims, you may be disqualified,
right,
or you may be subjected to some, serious punishment, and which is not going to be good for you as an intending pilgrim, which it may even mean that you may not have the opportunity of performing Hajj. And also, it may also affect the country of origin, that is the country where you are coming from, because the sanction may extend to the country. So we want to seriously and humbly advise our intending pilgrims to take note of all of this. You may not be aware. That is the reason why we are here to tell you. And when we are done with those things that are prohibited, there are also items that are restricted. You can go with them, but with restrictions.
Inshallah.
So, number one of those things, Imam Ataragba, is alcoholic product.
Oh, ti gbadun mo leke tí ó lè mọ́ mu.
Bí ọtí,
ó ti mọ́ la.
Ó tún ju kíní kan pẹlẹbẹ báyìí sínú.
Kódà ó kéré, èmi ò lè má lájà mu lápò.
mashallah la ilaha illallah.
àkọ́kọ́ ká gbọ́rọ̀ ìsìlámù ká tó sọ pé ìsìlámù faramọ́ ìwọ gan wo hẹ́ẹ̀tì ara rẹ̀.
kò sí dáadáa nígbà tí ó fi wọnú kíní pléènì ojú ti padé.
ojú ọ̀padé gan wọ́n ń dúfẹ́ náà ń béèrè ibo ló tó wà. ibi tí làákàyè rẹ̀ tí kò ṣe déédéé mọ́dé.
subhanallah. So it is highly prohibited. Whatever, even if it is beverage, any beverages or other product that may contain liquor.
Okay.
Such as wines, cooking wines, flavoring extracts, anything at all that contains liquor is completely prohibited.
Mashallah.
You don't go to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia with all of this. Another thing is pork.
Àkọ́kọ́ nǹkan ó yẹ ká ṣe lálàyé kó yé dáadáa. Àníṣe kódà òun ò lè mọ̀mú tóun bá mú lòun máa fi ń jíjà ara òun tára òun máa fi ń wà òkè òun ò lè ṣe gbogbo tóun bá fẹ́ lẹ́ka. Àwọn nǹkan kan bẹ tó já sí pé téèyàn bá ṣe gan ìmọ̀ fún yẹn ní àlékún àlàáfíà ju ní tó mu tí ń pa ọ́ lára yìí lọ.
Subhanallah. èyí ṣe tó wá jẹ́ pé tọba tó mu kíní kan ló tó
wá lálàáfíà àti lè ṣe nǹkan.
a jẹ́ pé nǹkan tí ń ṣe àlàáfíà rẹ̀ nù.
Mashallah ìmí topé àlàáfíà rẹ̀ gan kò dúró dáadáa mọ́. bó ló ti wá fẹ́ lọ sin lọ́hùn.
Subhanallah. tọ́lọ́hún sì ti sọ wípé
innamal khamra wal maizir rijsun min amali shaitan fajtanibu.
It has been said, it is an instruction by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it is completely prohibited by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that indeed liquor, alcohol and gambling, they are dirty things. They are prohibited. They are one of handiwork of shaitan. Fajtanibuhu. Go away from it. Distance yourself from it. So do not near it at all. Allah has already instructed us. Allah has prohibited it. It has made it forbidden. It's not 50-50.
Kódà baba Mahami lọ́dọ̀ àwọn àfáà onímímọ̀ àwọn abidu tí wọ́n jẹ́ lẹ́sìn Ọlọ́run wọ́n jẹ́ ká mọ̀ wípé tí èèyàn bá mu ọtí níjọ́ kan tó bá ṣe àdúà fún ti di 40 days Ọlọ́run ò ní gbà.
a jẹ́ wípé Mọ́kà hajj tí ń lọ ṣe wọn.
tọ́ ìṣẹ́rò ló wà.
Subhanallah. ẹ dákun ẹ̀yin jàmáà wa.
kéèyàn kan wá tún wá lọ rú bẹ́ẹ̀ kó sì lọ ṣe wàhálà dànù.
ládùúrò owó ni. owó ni lọ́dún yìí ó máa ń súnmọ́ bíi 3 million.
bàbá kàtẹ́ wá fowó lẹ̀ ẹ̀mí tá a gbégbé rí òfurufú.
tá a fẹ̀mí ta káìtì.
láàyè tí ò sí pé tọ̀ kíní yóò lè lọ mọ́ ẹja páàkì níbo lẹ́ páàkì sí.
tẹ́gbẹ́ tí táyà bá jò kò sí fọ́gá tí ó wò.
kò sí fọ́gá tí wọ́n ní ragrétọ̀ ni omi gbẹ́nu ẹ̀ ta ni ó sì. Ọlọ́run wá sọ òfin tún wá débẹ̀ lẹ́yìn owó ọwá tún wá ṣe wàhálà ó tún wá padà wá rí pé wàhálà rẹ̀ yìí náà ń kọ́ àbáhán mansura.
Subhanallah.
ó tún padà lọ já sófò.
dákun mọ fànábì bí ọmọ ìyá mi tó fẹ́ lọ Mọ́kà tó ń gbọ́ wa yìí mọ fànábì bí má mú gboyà lọ́wọ́ má kì í bọnú àpò.
Subhanallah lọ́dún kan ẹnìkan lọ hajj ó wá tún rọ kíní tá à ń wí yìí sínú 2 kg of fire ọ̀rọ̀ sínú keg.
kí ni wọ́n
wá pé kí n lè léyìí nígbà táwọn yẹn máa wá tún ọtí tún rèé kí lẹ̀ ń lọ fi ṣe lọ́hùn ó ní tóun máa fi ń ríṣẹ́ ṣe nìyẹn tóun fi lè fi ríṣẹ́ ṣe.
La ilaha illallah.
àfẹ́ ẹlẹ́kọ̀ọ́ sí ni wájú rí amúrata nkunta fata kayfa yas'a bil jununi man aqal. àfọ̀nlámíà tó bú nùwọ́rọ̀ ntọ́ mu tán tó dáyàwó àtọmọ mọ̀.
Subhanallah.
ntọ́ mu bẹ́ẹ̀ lómi ìbá tún wá ọfẹ́ ṣe wèrè ọfẹ́ fa wàhálà ọlọ́mọ ṣe wọ́n wèrè.
Àmín.
àní bẹ́ẹ̀ mi bá fẹ́ da nǹkan rú bí n bá ti lè ta sára à ń lọ da gbogbo ẹ̀rú náà ẹ̀yà Subhanallah.
dákun mo fa nabi bi à ń bẹ̀ ọ́ nífa.
dákun èmi náà ọ̀dà bàbá màmí ẹ bá ń sọ fún pé ẹni mo fi bàbá mi bẹ̀ ẹ́.
bàbá wa àgbàlagbà Ọlọ́run bá kẹ́ wọn.
Ọlọ́run bá ń kẹ́.
àwọn tó yẹ pé wọ́n tán sínú Ọlọ́run tí wọ́n fi parí iṣẹ́ ni. tó àfi bàbá wa ìmáàmù àgbà àtàràgbà àfi rúhùn wọn àfi bíọ́.
dákun
àfànàbì bíọ́ má mú kinní yìí lọ́wọ́.
àbí ó ní báyà bá tún sọ fún mi pé kọ́ mọ̀ mú lọ́wọ́ bóyá yóò lè tún rí torí mọ̀fúùmù ẹlòmíì àgbọ́yé rẹ̀ kéré ó lè mọ̀ rí rò pé wọ́n kúkú ni mọ̀ mú lọ́wọ́ ni tí n bá dé padà mọ́ wá mú nǹkan mi.
wọ́n tún dé kọ́ tún wá padà síbẹ̀ mọ́.
nínú àlùbáríkà yìí mo sọ fáwọn nǹkan nígbà tá a gba Ramadan tán nígbà tí wọ́n ní kí n tírìtì ma ba'da Ramadan pé mọ́sá ba'da Ramadan tàbá lẹ́yìn àwẹ̀ kí ni tó tún kù kí ni tá a mọ̀ ṣe.
ṣẹṣẹ olóore kan tún kù.
njó tún kù àwẹ̀ lágbà tán yìí tọ́lọ̀ ń dìde sọ fún àwọn màláíkà wípé àwọn ẹrú mi rèé wọ́n sìn mí wọ́n gbàwẹ̀ bí mo ti fẹ́ kí ni kí n ṣe fún wọn. àwọn màláíkà ní kò sí ní tó kù yọ́nú sí wọn kó o sì sọ wọ́n dẹni àlìjánnà.
Allahu akbar kabira.
tọ́ àwa tá a wá ti gba sàtífíkẹ́ẹ̀tì àlìjánnà yìí pẹ̀lú wípé odidi oṣù kan ò mutí ò lọlé aṣẹ́wó ò ta jẹ gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀tì ò gbọ́sẹ́ ayé rẹ̀ sì nítumọ̀ àìmú ọtí òkú àìsèsìná òkú àìta bẹ́ẹ̀tì wọn náà nǹkan kan ò sí ọ́ ìwọ tó wá tó nǹkan kan ò sí ọ́ lóṣù kan òun ó yẹ kó o mọ̀ pé tó o bá ṣe mọ́ nǹkan kan ò ní
ṣe ọ́ nǹkan kan ayé rẹ̀ ò ní túmọ̀
lọ
gba àwẹ̀ tán lójú rẹ̀ wálẹ̀ dáadáa yìí.
tẹ́ ẹ bá wo tí gbogbo wa bá pa àwẹ̀ tán tá a pàdé ní yídì ẹ wo ojú gbogbo wa
ìmọ́lẹ̀ ọwọ́ wà ń bẹ̀
kálukú ara kálukú tutù
àwa lálàáfíà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ bá a ti gba sàtífíkẹ́ẹ̀tì ìran èèyàn mẹ́ta ni ò ní mú délé
ni ò ní mú
sàtífíkẹ́ẹ̀tì oríire tọ́lọ̀ ń fún wa láti yídì tá a gbà áhùn ìran èèyàn mẹ́ta ni ò ní mú délé.
àwọn tani àti tani.
àkọ́kọ́ èèyàn wọn ò jì mọ́ ọ lọ́wọ́ ni.
wọ́n tún gbà á mọ́ lọ́wọ́.
wọ́n jì mọ́ ọ lọ́wọ́.
wọ́n jí gbé mọ́ lọ́wọ́.
wọ́n jí gbé wọ́n jà lólè rẹ̀.
subhanallah.
ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì èèyàn òun ò gbé tiẹ̀ tọrọ.
gba òun ọ̀fẹ́.
mi fẹ́ mo bọ̀ ọwọ́ àmọ́hámi. ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹta èèyàn tí sàtífíkẹ́ẹ̀tì yìí ò tó ní bá a délé òun túnra alára tiẹ̀ wọ́n jàgbà mọ́ òun lọ́wọ́ ni.
subhanallah. alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ wọ́n jí gbé mọ́ lọ́wọ́.
alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ tí wọ́n jí gbé mọ́ lọ́wọ́ òun lẹni tí ó ṣe pé ó ti sọ pé òun ò ṣe gbogbo nǹkan yìí mọ́ ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ̀ bá dé. my friend ẹ ó ní jẹ́ ká lọ club jẹ́ lọ ṣe fàájì wọn bó láti ṣe mo sì ti sọ pé ṣe kí ni ká lọ bàbá ti débẹ̀ ò ní mo ju bíi méjì mẹ́ta lọ bàbá ti mu bíi méjì mẹ́ta ara rẹ̀ ó là á láàfíà ìgbà náà lọ mọ̀ pé òní yìí o ṣe fàájì.
Allahu akbar kabira.
wọ́n ṣe kí ni wọ́n gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹnu jẹ́ ń tọ́ o sẹ́sì mọ̀ pé yóò bá parí ọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ní jẹ́ ń wò láàfin gbà dá lọ́wọ́ àgbè.
àdá rẹ̀ yìí máa mú dáadáa.
jẹ́ o sì jẹ́ ń wò.
jẹ́ ń tẹ́ jẹ́ ń fi gẹ́yìn àyẹ̀wò.
tọ́ tá a fi gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹnu níbi jẹ́ ń wò wọ́n gba sàtífíkẹ́ẹ̀tì ọwọ́ rẹ̀ dànù ẹlòmíì wá ní yóò gbé tiẹ̀ tọrọ ni alimahami yóò gbé tiẹ̀ tọrọ ni oríire sàtífíkẹ́ẹ̀tì bí ẹni ó darí hajj náà ni yóò gbé sàtífíkẹ́ẹ̀tì hajj rẹ̀ dáadáa rẹ̀ yóò fi tọrọ ẹ pé bí bò gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ti ń lé kí tí wọn ò rí bá a tẹ́lẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn ṣìnà àwọn alágbèrè ọwọ́ àkókò kí wọ́n mọ̀ pé bóun náà bá ti wá lè fún wọn láyè
Allahu Akbar.
wọ́n jí gbé mọ́ la
wọ́n jàgbà mọ́ lọ́wọ́
eré wọn tó ní tẹ̀lé lọ ni.
tó alhamdulillah Imam Ataragba, as we are discussing, my brother just walked in. We were here together yesterday in person of my darling brother in Islam, brother Abdullah Usman Liman. Please say assalamu alaikum to everyone.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's nice to be here again.
You're most welcome. We are discussing prohibited items in Saudi Arabia, and we choose to do code mixing of English and Yoruba today. Perhaps we may even mix it with Hausa, inshallah, so that it will go down well. Because like our father said last week, the commissioner from in charge of operation
and licensing,
National Hajj Commission, said that almost 70 to 75% of intending pilgrims year in, year out are unlettered people.
Definitely.
People who do not understand any other language other than mother's tongue. And the little we can, speak here, if possible, to speak almost 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 languages, Ibira, Igala, Hausa, and so on and so forth. We'll try as much as possible to do that. Only that our time may not permit us to, exhaust all. We are now discussing prohibited items in Saudi Arabia. We are laying more emphasis on alcoholic products, which is number 1. That is what we're discussing before you came in. And number 2 is pork products. Pork products are completely prohibited. What is the name of this thing that they eat? Chocolate, ba?
Yes.
Any chocolate that
or biscuits.
Gala.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, I understand.
And so
any other beverage, I think they have a code for those porks. I think there used to be a code that was shared some years back, but I'm not really certain how genuine some of those codes are. They say those codes represent certain ingredients. If you see some biscuits or some sweets or some chocolate, when you see ingredients for production, you see
some code
E10,
that
you
will
see
tell
E15, to tell you.
Yeah.
So some experts have identified that certain codes belong to. When you see this code, it means this code represents pork.
Okay.
Some mean pork oil, some mean pork meat.
Okay.
And so, but I can't really remember all of those codes.
And some that contains dog meat.
Yes. And alhamdulillah, these days many the awareness about what Muslims like and what Muslims don't like is gradually gaining grounds, because as time goes on, people these days, you see when people produce biscuits, sweets, you see halal. They don't just write it in English, you see it in Arabic to tell you that this is halal. In fact, maybe when you see, even maybe in the UK and other countries, even in stores, just so that Muslims will not have a kind of a doubt when trying to patronize certain restaurants. They'll tell you halal restaurants, just so that
you can
Muslims will be comfortable. I remember when I visited some parts of the country, I had doubts going into it. The hadith says, leave what you are in doubt to what you are not in doubt. So I'm not in doubt that if I eat fish, guarantee fish, there is no comma inside fish. But if I eat meat, I don't know, I'm doubting what kind of meat am I eating and how was it slaughtered.
And with that, I would like to advise intending pilgrims, like you have said, anything you want to eat or drink, be sure of what is written on it. Let me tell you my experience the first time I visited Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The first time I went for Umrah during off-shoulder season.
Yes.
There is off-shoulder, there is peak season. The off-shoulder season is Umrah that you go when there is no Maulid, when there is no Ramadan. It was around March. So when I got there, I didn't have appetite to eat. So I just felt like taking milk. Milk is very popular in Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
So I just enter one provision shop and I saw one milk inside I think is it 2 liters or 5 liters of gallon. I said, okay, let me just take this one to my room. I'll be taking it little by little. On getting to the room, having paid, I took it and found out that it didn't have one small content of sugar.
And you
see, so thank God that milk is halal. But I was actually looking for something that was sweet. So on getting to the room, opened it and found that I now prepared my mind to like it again, because after all, sugar-free something is good for your system. So, but first, my intention was to take something that was sweet. So for you intending pilgrims, anything you do not know, you are not sure of, either drinking, eat, just ask questions before you.
Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, at least 99%, because we will not say 100%. 100% is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We don't say, but we know that almost 90% of what you eat.
Ibaba moka je.
Bí ológbò.
Ológbò.
Mashallah.
Torí àwọn
Ọ̀ni. Torí ẹlòmíì Ọlọ́run jọ dá.
Àwọn wúlà tó wá ṣe àṣejẹ ológbò lọ́wọ́ tó ní mo fẹ́ lọ jẹ ní Kaaba kó lè tètè.
Rárá o. Ọlọ́run ò fẹ́. Mo like ẹran ẹgbẹ́ o tó wá gbẹ́jò dání oníwọ́n bọ̀ dín. Ejò.
Èsì.
Ẹran ẹgbẹ́ èmi máa gbé dání lọ Mọ́kà ni.
Kíni.
Látọ̀dún tó ti lọ ó ṣe rí dà lónìí.
Dákun torí Ànábì. The third one, this one is very, very important. And some people are seriously inclined and what was this word? When you like doing a'udhu billah, even during Ramadan, you have some people that they will fast since morning.
Yeah.
After they break, before he or she goes to bed, he will watch pornography on his phone.
Some people even perhaps even during while fasting.
Subhanallah.
While fasting.
May Allah distance us from this kind of
and in the light
satanic.
of this, in the light of this, the pornography, it has the deliberate side of it, and it has this is when you pick your phone and then you deliberately go
to the sites where you can watch.
Yes, to the sites where you can watch it. So when you do that, it is very deliberate and it's a very big sin. It's Ummu Khabair. I don't know if I'm correct with that. It's a major sin.
Yes,
it's a major sin.
Al Kabair.
Yes,
mashallah.
So there is also the side that is not deliberate. What do I mean by that? Many of us are exposed to certain movies. Many of us are exposed to certain websites. Many of us are exposed to following celebrities, musical celebrities who engage in music, and for many of them, exposing the aura of themselves or of their female counterparts is nothing. It's a normal way of life
for them.
Yes, and then there is one thing with media, the power of media, that we underestimate, and it has affected many of us, consciously or unconsciously, because sometimes you keep seeing this thing. The first time you see it, you say subhanallah. Second time you see it, you say subhanallah. You keep seeing it. After a while, you just see it. You don't even say subhanallah. You just pass as if you have not. So some of us, and besides those, the Facebook channel, some of us watch movies. Some of the movies that we watch, there are obscene, there are nudity. If, for example, if you're even watching films like on some of our channels, they'll tell you before you start to say this film contains insane violence and strong language. And some people will even sit down to watch with their kids, subhanallah, which is not appropriate. So that is the side that is not deliberate. So that's why sometimes I take a cue from my friend. When it is Ramadan, all those social media sites, he avoids them as well. The only thing he does is to just earn some little reward. When he comes on board, he makes 1 or 2 Islamic updates and he goes off. So, and it also tells us that we should know the kind of people we follow, because I know people who are on social media even during Ramadan, but they never get exposed to these things. Why? Because the kind of people that they follow, and one thing with social media, Facebook and the likes, the kind of people you follow will determine the kind of suggestion. If you're on Facebook, they'll tell you this person has been suggested to you. This person has been suggested to you. If you follow a lot of Mufti Menk, Zakir Naik, a lot of celebrities,
they will suggest people like them to you. When
you follow a lot of on the other left side, negative side, suggestions that will come will be in that direction. So let's be mindful of the kind of people we follow. Inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us right.
Mama Taragba, ọ̀rọ̀ kíní tá ń sọ yìí kì í ṣe nǹkan kékeré. Ní Maka ibà wa ti lọ dáadáa tá tún kó yàn lọ àmọ́ tá ń sọ experience ni o.
Má wò pa kan sọ lásán.
Má wò pa kan sọ lásán o. Torí ọkàn lè ẹ lè wà nínú accommodation tẹ́ máa rojọ́ ń gbà mí. A lè rojọ́ ń gbà mí lẹ́yìn ṣáì pé àdàníyàn àti sùn ẹja ṣe fàájì ká sọ̀rọ̀ ńgbà bá di nǹkan bí aago 10 11 ká lọ haram ká lọ ṣe
ìbádà.
ẹlòmíì ò lè gbé fóònù lọ́wọ́ níbi tó jókòó sí tí ó gbàgbé sùn lọ tí wọ́n kàn débẹ̀ pé tó bá wo ohun tí ń bẹ lérí tí ń play lọ kò ṣe déédéé.
Inshallah.
Ọlọ́run máa ṣàṣàánú wa o.
Àmín ya Allah.
Naam.
Inshallah, the reason why I couldn't even make it here on time was that we were at the event for the inaugural flight of the
Wonderful.
Hajj, inshallah, and a lot of dignitaries were there, including the president who was ably represented. We had a host of other dignitaries, including the ambassador of Saudi Arabia to Nigeria.
MashaAllah.
We had a host of dignitaries, government of Nasarawa State, who was also represented, secretary to the state government, minister of aviation as well.
Oh, wonderful.
And then you have members also, representative from the National Assembly as well. Yes, the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs was also ably represented by the JAM registrar, and who also doubles as the Secretary General of the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs. So His Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, was represented by Ambassador Zubairu Dada, who is also the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs. And His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, was ably represented by His Royal Majesty C.D. Bege, who is also a retired Chief Justice. He was ably represented. The Inspector General of Police was also represented by C.D. Damalang. So a host of other dignitaries, too numerous to mention. We also had Senator Bokachwa. Yes, Senator Bokachwa, who is also Chairman House Committee, Senate Committee on Hajj matters. Okay. We also had the national chairman, chairman of also the Hajj Commission himself was also here.
Continue.
Was also here. Was also there in person. The chairman, in his welcome address, I think he expressed his gratitude to His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari. So very quickly.
Thank you. Please, when we come back, we'll continue on that. Listeners, please don't go away. We want to go on Adhan break when we'll be bringing to your listening call to Asri prayer, inshallah.
Citizen FM Abuja, now we be the voice of the people. Citizen FM Abuja, now we be the voice of the people.
This call to prayer is sponsored by the Nigeria Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa Allah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله. Talk to us on 93.7 Citizen FM.
إنك لا تخلف الميعاد آمين. You are welcome back, listeners. If you want to join us on the program Guest of Allah, you can call in on 09032229797 and
WhatsApp number.
our WhatsApp number is 081-822-22205. We'll be very happy to discuss with you. Unfortunately, we won't be able to drive it
To the end.
further more than where we are right now. We have a couple of prohibited items that should not be taken along when you are traveling to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We stopped at number 3. Inshallah, on Monday when we come back, we are going to continue and also make mention a host of restricted items that should not be, that we should take note while embarking on holy journey to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Having said that, please, as you're going, do the do's and abstain from the don'ts. May Allah accept your Hajj as an act of ibadah. Please say Assalamu alaikum to...
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May Allah spare our lives to next week, inshallah, when the program comes your way again.
Imam Ataragba, mo be wa pẹ̀lú wa Monday. Ẹ bá wa salamu sáwọn jama wa.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ọlọ́run kó ṣe ní rọrùn fún wa àtàwọn náà.
Assalamu alaikum. Amin wa yakum. Yo.
I am Nigerian. I am a citizen. Citizen FM 93.7 Abuja.
Hello, Abuja. You are listening to 93.7 Citizen FM, the latest radio station based in Nigeria's capital. Our station seeks to broadcast a broad mix of culture and views with priority given to development programming to enable residents share ideas and opinions, music and drama. At Citizen FM, we believe in progressive talk and solution-driven conversation. Our aim is to build a united Nigeria by bringing people of diverse culture together through communication. Enjoy listening to 93.7 Citizen FM. We are more than just a radio station. We are a part of your life.
The issues.
Everybody respected that because it was coming from the president.
Theory behind it, the way the people took the battle in their hands.
Some civil servant retired without a roof over his head.
The cause.
If we cannot trust you, then you